Yeah, good morning, guys. So let's continue with our DD classes, and today we are starting one of the most important lectures of your syllabus: concept of TDS and TCS. It's a module one topic, very, very, very important for your examination. I'm very good at it, so you will definitely be fruitful for your classes. So please be very careful, and you have to make a notes for this. You have to make notes. This is covered in your DT material notes from page 259. From page 259 to page 300. Of your DT notes is covered by this topic. Still it is covered. This is the first time I am requesting you to have running notes, else I would have always told you it's your choice, but this chapter I am requesting you, pleading you, make sure you have running notes with this. Okay, minimum 6 marks will come, maximum 8 to 10 marks will come definitely from this chapter. Minimum 6 marks, मैक्सिमम 8 to 10 मार्क्स पक्का श्योर आता है एग्जाम में, उसमें डाउट ही नहीं है. नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, let me first focus on the concepts. We'll first focus on the concepts and the background before we start the TDS sections applicable for your syllabus. एक बात सुनो, रूल ऑफ इनकम टैक्स एक्ट 1961. Rule of Income Tax Act 1961 is: we earn in year 1, we pay tax in year 2. We earn in year 1, we pay tax in year 2. Year 1 is called financial year, year 2 is called assessment year. But this rule has 3 exceptions. This rule has 3 exceptions. बोले तो this exception says you earn in year 1 and pay tax in year 1 only. You earn in year 1 and pay tax in year 1 only. Those 3 exceptions are TDS, TCS and advanced tax. TDS, TCS and advanced tax. This is under section 208 to 211, advanced tax concept. TCS is covered under section 206 of the Income Tax Act. TDS is covered under section 192 to 205. Our first focus area for the next 3-4 lectures will be on this concept only. Then we will go to TCS. Advanced tax is already covered or will be covered, whatever it is. This is also module 1 topic. But here we will cover TDS and TCS and separately advanced tax later on. If it's not covered, if it's already covered, well and good. TDS section, उसमें 192 to 195 sections are on TDS sections, and 196 to 205 speaks on TDS procedures. Okay, I'll first give you the background of TDS. Okay, यहाँ तक क्लियर? अब यहाँ देखो, arrow mark down, I'm going to the next page. I'm going to the next page. Be careful. Arrow mark down. This arrow mark is for TDS. I'll give you time to note down. Don't worry. This arrow mark is for TDS. TDS में two parties are involved. One is called deductor. One is called deductee. One is called deductor. One is called deductee. In professional books, it's also called payer. It's also called payee. Two parties are involved, deductor, deductee. Deductor कौन है? He is a person who is making a payment. Who is making a payment. Deductee कौन है? Bloody, he is a person who is receiving the payment. Deductor is a person who is making the payment. Deductee is a person who is receiving the payment. Now the question is, what type of payment? That is called nature of payment. That is called nature of payment. This will be covered in the next chart. 26 payments are covered roughly, which comes under TDS purview. So if you are making any one of these 26 payments, deductor deductee concept will apply. One of the payment, I hope you know, rent. One of the payment, commission. One of the payment to subcontractor. One of the payment, professional services. One of the payment, interest. Those are one of the payment. Those are called nature of payment. Who is deductor? He is a person who is making the payment. For him, it is an expenditure. For who is deductee? For him, it is an income. Yes or no? Next. That expenditure can be a business expenditure or personal, does not matter. Business expenditure, personal expenditure, does not matter. For him, it is income. Now, first question. Under which head? Under which head it is income? Government clarified. It depends on nature of income. It depends on nature of income, whether it's taxed under which head of income. यहाँ तक clear? Is the person making the payment? Is the person receiving the payment? For him it's an expenditure, for him it's an income. It should be taxable income. This is the first rule. Taxable income. Well, so for deductee, if that income is exempt income, TDS will not apply. Second rule. Deductor should have TAN, TAN, tax account deduction number, TAN, and deductee should have PAN, permanent account number, which is covered under section 139A of Income Tax Act. Deductor should have TAN, deductee should have PAN. Next, clear. All TDS sections, all TDS sections 192 to 205 apply to deductor. So in the entire chapter, we will always think we are the deductor. Now what this concept says is, when deductor is making a payment, one of the payment, let us assume rent, to deductee, what is the duty of deductor? duty of deductor. Duty of deductor is deduct TDS and pay to central government. Deduct TDS and pay that amount to central government. For example, deductor is paying 100 rupees to deductee, assuming TDS rate is 10%. Before this concept of TDS, what used to happen was deductor will pay 100 to deductee. For deductee, it is income is 100. He received in year 1. He will pay tax on that 100 in year 2 as self-assessment tax. But now government says, Manmohan Singh introduced. Manmohan Singh said, no, ऐसा ना करो. Deductor, you are paying 100 kada. Deduct 10 rupees. Assume. Pay balance 90 only to the party. Pay the 10 rupees to government. Pay 10 rupees to government and pay 90 to him. So indirectly it is what happening. Instead of collecting tax from this party in year 2, we are asking this party to pay the tax of 10 rupees on behalf of deductee in year 1 only in the form of TDS. So that government did not wait for 1 year to collect the taxes. So what is the duty of deductor? Deduct TDS and pay to central government. If that happens, deductor can debit the expenditure to P&L account, 100% of the expenditure. Deductor can debit the 100% expenditure to P&L account. Clear? यहाँ तक clear? He receives net amount. Net amount बोले तो 90 rupees. 100 rupees was the payment, but he will deduct 10 rupees and he will pay 90. So I will receive 90. But we will always tax the gross amount. Tax gross amount. बोलतो we will include that in GTI. Even though you received 90, we will add 100 rupees to your gross total income. That is called gross amount. यहाँ तक story clear. I am going very slow on the assumption that you have absolutely zero knowledge of the concept. Okay, पहले यहाँ तक points copy कर लो, then we'll continue. चलो start please. Please start copying. अच्छे से कॉपी करो. चलो गाइस, चलो कम ऑन. ठीक है यहाँ तक? Fine. Now copy this. Hello. It's an arrow mark to TDS here. Arrow mark to TDS. And then divide into 2 trees. And copy this. Chalo. प्लीज सर अच्छे से लिखो। चलो ठीक है, यहाँ तक क्लियर। So two parties are involved, deductor, deductee. Deductor is a person making the payment, he should have TAN. Deductee is a person receiving the payment, for him it's an income, and for deductor it's an expenditure. It can be business or personal expenditure. In this chapter we are the deductor. All the provisions of TDS applies to deductor only. It is his duty to deduct and pay to government. Okay, यहाँ तक story clear. And even though the deductee receives the net amount, will tax the gross amount. In my example, even if he receives 90, his income will be 100 and 100 will be added to gross total income of the deductee. Okay, now let's continue. यहाँ तक हो गया sir? Please confirm. Next, यहाँ देखो, you're continuing the chart. This is from under deductor tree, this is a deductee tree. Deductor tree, deductee tree. If the duty is not done by deductor, what is the duty of deductor? Deduct TDS and pay to central government. If you do not do the duty, although you have not deducted TDS, you have paid the entire 100 to the party, or deducted but not paid, you paid 90 only, but 10 rupees what you have you did not pay to central government. 30% of the expenditure will be disallowed, or 100% of the expenditure will be disallowed. बोल तो disallow बोले तो in layman terms cannot be debited to P&L account. Who cannot debit? The deductor, because for him it's an expenditure that cannot be debited to P&L account. Plus you will be called SSC in default. Plus you will be called SSC in default. Whenever I use these sections, two sections will appear, section 220 and 221. 220 and 221 will come into picture. Clear? Next, this is, you should continue under deductees. Hello, वापिस बोल रहा हूँ sir. You are copying this on the deductor side, you are copying this on deductee side. Continue the chart. If the deductee is a company firm LLP, they are supposed to file the return and claim the TDS credit, whatever is shown in Form 26AS. Any other SSE other than company, other than firm, other than LLP, like individual, HUA, firm, AOP, BOI, if your GTI is less than Bhelpuri, you file the return of income and claim the refund. So what I understand is, if it is a refund case, if it is a refund case, you have to file the return of income. It's like an LBW decision in cricket. The bowler should appeal outside, then only umpire will raise the finger. You have to request the government refund though, refund though, refund though. How will you request the government? By filing the return of income. Unless you ask, they will not give. Simple concept. If the GTA is more than Bhelpuri, you file the return and claim the TDS credit. This is an overview picture of TDS. Two parties, deductor and deductee. ओके, तो वो डिडक्टर के पास स्टैंड रहना, डिडक्टी के पास पैन रहना, परमानेंट अकाउंट नंबर. प्लीज कॉपी दिस. Please copy this. Now listen, before you continue, let me cover these points, then you can copy. There are 5 steps deductor should follow. 5 steps. Deduct TDS, deduct 10 rupees. Pay TDS, pay 10 rupees to government. File the return. You should inform the government that 100 rupees I was paying deductee, I deducted 10, paid 90 to the party through a return called TDS return. Issue the certificate, it's a proof. I will give a certificate to the deductee that prove that out of 100 I deducted 10, paid 90 to you, your PAN and so on. And I should also ensure that the 10 rupees is reflected in the 26 AS of deductee. Our first 4 lectures will be on the first step only, that is when to deduct TDS, then when to pay TDS, when to file the return, when to issue the certificate, and how to ensure that the amount is reflected in form 26 AS of the deductee. Everything will cover. The first focus is on the step 1. When should we deduct TDS? When an amount is paid by one party to another party, one party deductor, other party deductee, on not all the payments, only on 26 payments, TDS will apply. Start copying now. प्लीज अच्छे से कॉपी कर, कम ऑन. ठीक है, done. So this completes the summary, the background of TDS and TDS concept. Now first we'll understand, just for your knowledge, first we'll understand which are those 26 payments on which TDS will apply. So except these 26 payments, if one party is making payment to another party, TDS will not apply. He can pay entire 100 rupees to the other party. For these 26 payment, he should deduct an amount. How much amount, at what percentage, when will TDS come, everything will be covered in the subsequent lectures. So first understand which are these 26 payments, and 2-3 are amendments also, sir. So be careful. So please be careful. Nature of payment. So please do not copy until I complete. I'll give you time to copy. चुपचाप सुनते जाओ. Nature of payment. Government clarified. If it is salary, I hope you know, section 192 will apply. Section 192 will apply. If it is interest, again 3 trees. If it is specified interest, what is specified later on I'll tell you. If it is interest on securities, any other interest. If it is interest on securities, section 193 applies. If it is specified interest, 194 LB or LC or LD will apply. LB, LC, LD. If it is not covering under all those three, 194A will apply. Next, we come to next payment, number 3, rent. On rent also TDS will apply. Malli rent mein we have 2 cases. First is called normal case. Second one is called special case. If it's a normal case, 194I. Today's topic is 194I only. And special case, very important, 194IB will apply. Special rent. Next, if it is casual income, if it is casual income, Malli 2 trees. It's winning from horse races. It's winning from horse races. 194 BB will apply. Any other casual income other than winning from horse races, 194B will apply. This was already covered in a capital gain topic called casual. Again we will cover because these specific sections we have on TDS. Next, continue. We have for professional services. I hope this at least you know which section will apply for professionals. That is 194J. We have one for commission. We have one payment for commission. Commission mein malli we have 3 trees. Insurance commission, INS, insurance commission, 194D will apply. Commission on sale of lottery tickets, 194G will apply. Any other commission 194H will apply. I'll give you time, बोल रहा हूँ, चुपचाप सुन लो पहले, ठीक है. Next, compulsory acquisition of capital asset. Compulsory acquisition of capital asset 194 LA will apply. Next, if the payment is as per joint developer agreement under section 45(5)(a) of Income Tax Act, joint developer agreement 194 IC will apply. If it is on maturity, multitudes, insurance amount maturity 194 DA, maturity on employee provident fund 192A. We are just covering on what all payments TDS will apply. Then we'll cover what is the rate of TDS under each section, what are the points, what are the case laws, everything. The chart is not yet done. Let me complete. Next, transfer of immovable property. वापिस बोलो, transfer of immovable property section 194 IA will apply. Next, if the payment is for contractors or subcontractors 194C will apply. समझ में आ रहा. नेक्स्ट, TDS on cash withdrawal. This is the very important amendment for your examination. 194N will apply. N will apply. TDS in special cases, special payment cases. 194M for Mangalore. This is also new amendment. Next, payment to non-resident. If it is for a sports or entertainment, we'll cover that today. 194E will apply. Any other case 195 will apply. TDS in case of distribution of income by investment fund to unit holders. TDS in case of distribution of income by investment fund to unit holders 194 LBB. This is already covered by us in investment fund concept. LBB, and the last, I hope, TDS in case of distribution of income by REIT to unit holders. REIT का full form I did not cover yet, but it will be covered in the next topic. Real estate investment trust. This will be covered, a topic we have. 194 LBA will apply. These many sections we have, and one more you have. TDS in case of securitization trust. This also is already covered. Securitization trust. 194 LBC will apply. Now please let us count how many sections we have. On nature of payment, then I'll give you time to copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. ओके, सो एक काम करो, यहाँ कितने लिखे थे सर? 26 लिखे थे ना सर, इसको 27 कर दो. चलो, 27 payments we have in this chart. 27 कर. So to cover this 27 payments, it will take around 14 hours discussion. Absolutely depth में लेके जाता हूँ मैं. You don't worry about it. Okay. अब चलो. So better copy this in one chart only. Your time starts now. पहले अच्छे से ये copy करो, then we'll go to the next chart. चलो. अच्छे से कॉपी करो सर. नेचर ऑफ पेमेंट बोले तो ऑन विच पेमेंट्स TDS apply. So if you are making any payment out of these 27, TDS will apply. If you are making any payment other than this 27, TDS will not apply. TDS will not apply, although you can pay entire 100 rupees to the party. Again I am repeating, we are the deductor in the chapter. We are the deductor. We are the person who is making the payment. For whom? For us it is an expenditure. ठीक है, start copy. प्लीज कंटिन्यू कॉपिंग या कम ऑन चलो। हो गया। इज इट डन टिल हियर? यहाँ तक हो गया? अच्छा, मोर 10 सेकंड्स ले लो, कंप्लीट करो यहाँ तक। Fine. Continue the chart below only in your notebook, below only. And the next one, this one. Chalo. Important. Please copy. Chalo. Last 1 minute, please continue copying. हो गया सर, स्टार्ट करेंगे। चलो so total 27 payments we have on which TDS will apply. It is the duty of deductor to deduct, pay, file the return, issue the TDS certificate, and ensure it's reflected in Form 26 areas of deductive. Before we start the TDS sections and all, today we will be covering 3 to 4 payments out of 27. 3 to 4 payments in depth will be covered today. Before we start, let us continue now. Heading likho, important common note points. Important common note points. Important, प्लीज लिखो सर, मैं जैसा बोल रहा हूँ वैसा लिखो. Important common note points. ठीक है, now listen. One second. चलो सर, इसको समझ लो आप. दी क्रिकेट में देर आर सर्टन रूल्स वी फॉलो. 6 balls in an over, 1 bouncer per over. You can have only few fielders inside the 30-yard circle within the first 15 overs and whatever nonsense. Something rules of the game. TDS is a game. I am the inventor of the game. You assume games के रूल समझ लेंगे. First rule, 7, 9, 8 points we have total. Today I'll cover 5 to 6. Rest on when the time comes. TDS will not apply if deductee बोले तो who receives the payment. ये तो मालूम ना यार, क्या 10 बार बोलूं क्या. Who receives the payment is. So government clarified, if the deductee, the person who is receiving the payment is these parties, TDS will not apply. Government, I am making commission payment to government, 100 rupees commission. If I deduct 10 rupees, I will pay 90 to government. Deduct 10 rupees किसको पे करते? Government को पे करते. Then government says, the waste fellow, you are deducting, you are paying 90 now, then paying 10 also later on. So why not pay on mottam 100 together? So if the deductee is government, RBI, NPS trust, investment fund, you can check in investment fund. You have written one point of features. Statutory corporations, like अनफॉर्चुनेटली स्टैट्यूटरी कॉर्पोरेशंस में आपका ICAI भी आता, आपका सेबी आता, आपका CBI आता, एक्सेट्रा. म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनीज, अच्छा म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनीज आई रोट ऑलरेडी. म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनीज, corporations whose income is exempt 1026BB, this is not required. If the deductee is this party, TDS will not apply. TDS नहीं आता, TDS रादू. If the deductee is these parties, if I am the debtor, if I am making payment to these parties, I need not worry at all. I will make the entire payment to those parties without deducting TDS, because TDS will not apply. कितने पार्टी से काउंट करो? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parties. Next, status, residential status of deductee. Residential status of deductee. in few sections he should be non-resident. NR non-resident. You note down kar lo abhi. When the right time comes, I'll explain it properly. Few sections he can be resident or non-resident, and resident any other section. Apart from these, he should be resident. Who should be resident? The deductee. Deductee कौन है? वापिस बोल रहा हूँ. Deductee is a person who is receiving the payment. Copy these two. चलो. Copy these two. चलो. Please copy. There are 8 points I should dictate before we start the game. Before we enter the ground of TDS. These are the 2 points. First, if we are making payment to these parties, TDS will not apply. And what are the residential status of deductee? Few cases it should be non-resident, few cases it should be resident or non-resident, and third one resident. I'll dictate few points. Please यहाँ तक कॉपी करो पहले. चलो. ठीक है, हो गया यहाँ तक. Now continue. Note point number 3. Note point number 3, please. Note down. TDS will apply. TDS will apply only if that particular income. TDS will apply only if that particular income is taxable in the hands of deductee. TDS will apply only when that particular income is taxable in the hands of deductee. In the hands of deductee. Bracket low. It means TDS will not apply. It means TDS will not apply if the income is exempt in the hands of deductee. If the income is exempt in the hands of deductee. Okay. So समझो, if I am making a payment to a party, for that party if that income is taxable, then only I should deduct TDS. If for that party that income is exempt, I will not deduct TDS because no tax on exempt income, no TDS on exempt income. For whom it will be an income? For the recipient. Recipient was the deductee. Point number 4. Point number 4. Generally, TDS rates are fixed in percentages. Generally, TDS rates are fixed in percentages. That is without surcharge and without cess. Without surcharge, without cess. However, in the following cases, cess also will be added. In the following cases, cess also will be added. You have to copy these sections. Also, in these sections, for example, when I told TDS rates are fixed बोलते 1%, 2%, 3%, that is called fixed. 4%, whatever the it's fixed. But in these sections, percentage plus cess also will add. 1% plus cess, or 2% plus cess, or 3% plus cess, 10% plus cess. Generally it is fixed, but for these sections we'll add cess also. But in the following cases, cess also will be added. 192 salary, 194E non-resident, 195 payments, specified interest, any payment to non-resident, cess will be added. कॉपी करो. ये सब अभी आपको रूल समझा दे रहा हूँ. व्हेन आई कवर ईच एंड एवरी सेक्शन विल कम बैक अगेन टू द इंपॉर्टेंट कमेंट नोट पॉइंट्स. यू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड राइट नाउ, but I'm making the base very strong in the first session itself. Copy this. Copy this. ये कौन सा पॉइंट था रे? 1 2 वो था 3. This was point 4 I guess. Copy. Continue. But in the following cases, TDS also will be added. Copy this. ठीक है. Point number 5. TDS will apply on value dash GST, government clarified, exclusive of GST. Important, very for your knowledge. So whenever you deduct TDS, it will be on the value excluding GST and not including GST. TDS will always be deducted on the value excluding, because there cannot be tax on tax. Double tax and cascading effect हो जाता sir. So we have clarified TDS will always be deducted on value excluding GST. Copy the fifth point please. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट. अब ये चार्ट में आ जाओ ऑफ योर डिडक्टा डिडक्टी फर्स्ट चार्ट ऑफ द डे. I'm sorry, there was a freeze only. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. So point number 4 you wrote TDS will be as fixed percentage only, but in the following cases it cess also will be added. Copy this section numbers. I'm sorry, that was freeze. That's why you are not able to see the screen. Copy this. I'll wait. And fifth point will be TDS will apply on value exclusive of GST. ये तो लिख लिया होगा, अभी नहीं लिखा तो ये भी लिख लो. I'll wait. चलो. ठीक है. हाँ, पॉइंट नंबर 6. बिफोर दैट यहाँ देखो, कम टू दिस चार्ट, टुडेस चार्ट ओनली. We wrote in this chart deductee should have PAN. Duty of deductor, deduct TDS and pay to central government. Exactly, we have a duty of deductee also. किसका ड्यूटी? डिडक्टी का. there is one duty. The duty is to give the PAN number to deductor. That is his only duty he has in Income Tax Act for TDS purpose. What is the duty of deductee? To give his permanent account number as the PAN card number or the Xerox of the PAN card to deductor. Duty to give PAN to deductor. Complete this point here. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट. पॉइंट नंबर 6. Point number 6, note down. As per section 206AA, as per section 206AA, if the deductee, as per section 206AA, if the deductee does not furnish PAN to deductor, if the deductee does not furnish PAN to deductor, comma, then deductor shall deduct TDS. Then deductor shall deduct TDS at. Deductor shall deduct TDS at. Now you write this. Rate specified in the section or 30%, whichever is higher. So if you do not give the PAN, deductor will deduct at the rate of that particular section or 30%, whichever is higher, and it will deposit in a suspense account in the government, because it's a duty to give PAN. You did not give the PAN. As per section 206AA, if the deductor does not furnish PAN to deductor shall deduct TDS at the rate of, shall deduct TDS at 0.1, 0.2, whichever is higher. Copy this. At rate specified in the section or 30%, whichever is higher. चलो copy करो. Point number 7. Point number 7. लिखो. Generally TDS will apply in case of personal as well as business expenditures. Generally, TDS will apply in case of personal as well as business expenditures. However, for section 194C and 194J, however, for section 194C and 194J, TDS will apply only for business expenditures. However, for section 194C and 194J, TDS will apply only for business expenditures. TDS will apply only for business expenditures. ठीक है. The last point. Point number, ये सब समझाए तो सर, I'll repeat everything. But when the right time comes, first we are writing the rules of the game. Point number 8. Deductor to deduct TDS. General rule, they should have TAN number. Without that, they cannot deduct only. That's a general rule. They should have what? TAN. Exception. क्या? Exception. बोल तो. Even if no TAN, they should deduct TDS for these sections. General rule क्या है? They should have TAN to TDS, but exceptions, even if they don't have TAN, they can deduct TDS under this section. Those are 194 IA, 194 IB, 194 IC, and 194 M for Mangalore. These 4 sections. Important marker for your knowledge. How is that possible? When the right time comes, when I cover these sections, I will tell you. अभी नको पूछो कुछ भी. ठीक है, हो गया क्या देखो रे। ठीक है, लीव 3 sides, I repeat, leave 3 sides, leave 3 sides in your notebook, horizontal heading। मैं जैसा बोल रहा हूं वैसा करो, leave 3 sides, horizontal heading। It should be like these headings, please. We have to start preparing a tables like this now. It's already given in the TDS no DT notes. Still we will prepare, because if you write in your own handwriting this chapter, then only you will understand what is given. Very very important chapter. No pain no gain. If you don't write, you are fooling yourself, not me. I am ready to write once again. I'll write it with you. You just have to copy along with me. Nothing great you have to do. ये पूरा you have to, I'll tell you, we will do only 2 sections today, 194I, 194E, but that will take substantial period of time as well. You don't worry about that. Oh, 3-4 sections will taken up. Don't worry about that. Okay, shall we start? Leave, you wrote 8 points, there are 12, 13 points. Leave 3 sides. Leave 3 sides and heading, horizontal heading. Horizontal heading. Summary of TDS. Summary on TDS sections. Summary on TDS sections. Do not copy the heading until I complete. Listen now. I want few columns, page number, section, nature of payment, deductor, deductee, limit amount per annum, TDS rate, and special note point number. Chalo. This many columns I want. I want a pencil scale also in your hands, and write, copy this column numbers. Page number bracket में from the module. Section, nature of payment, deductor, deductee, limit amount per annum, TDS rate, special note point number. We already wrote 8 common note points. You will leave 3 sides and then start copying this. यहाँ तक कॉपी करो, चलो जल्दी। पेंसिल स्केल भी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ड्रॉ लाइन्स ड्रॉ करना है अपने को अच्छे से। स्टार्ट जल्दी, 1 minute you have, exactly 1 minute I'll give you. Done? You guys done? So let's continue now. Let us start. Do not copy until I complete. जब तक मैं complete नहीं करा ये table, do not copy anything. Let's start. Page number